All right, we're back. So we keep going. Next thing will be starting soon. Molina doesn't have the temperament for this. He's stressing out on camera. They had Kalemo for the prime, Goliasso OW for the prime, Large for the prime, Jalilo for the 4 months, FL4 dummies for the 6 months, Pedrino for the 2, Carl Joe for the 4 months. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Thank you to N7th for the prime. Thank you so much. Okay, next game will be starting I think in like 2 minutes or so. They would get any issue for the prime. They would chicken fried steak, no sides for 2 months. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Why didn't John Bartholomew play? That wouldn't he have been the favorite? I'm not sure why John didn't play. I think that the whole pot gets split right on a draw. Thank you Tokyo Shun for the prime. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Impressions on the match so far. I mean, I think the score is very reflective of how the match has been. Very choppy, very up and down. I think it's very fair score. I said he didn't work for a schedule. Aha, okay. Okay, here we go. We're gonna play. They're gonna play the same opening again. No, I'm eating clam chowder. I'm eating clam chowder. Thank you, Y for Oz, for the 2 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. It's a white clam chowder, yeah. I guess F4 again. It should be good for white. So I guess Bishop F1 rook C1. He'll go. Roberto will play knight 6. They had this in the last game, I think, as well. I don't know. I don't know about the COVID situation in Japan. No, I have no idea. I guess you go Bishop E3, Queen A5, and Levy played A4, which I don't think was completely right. $70-30. What's the good bet here? I mean, this match has been very balanced. I don't have a I mean, I don't have really. Both players have done good things and bad things. I mean, white can castle. White can maybe go knight d4 here. Maybe knight d4 is the move for white here. Maybe white just goes king f2, king g2, or castles. Black probably should castle and try to play for f6. If g5, there's knight f5 here. This is very... Okay, I don't like that. Now I think f6. Although maybe there's b5, knight d4. Still very complicated. Yeah, this is 3+1, you guys. They need a roadkill X for the prime. They have mirror art for the tier 1. G Namsu for the prime. Walked in for the prime. Perkson with the 3. Army LOLs for the 1300 bits. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Maybe knight h4 is the move. Maybe knight d4. I guess e5 maybe is the idea to play this, but anyway, we'll see what happens here. Am I the best blitzer in all of history? No. Don't try to turn me into an ego Andy, but no, I'm not. Wait, can black go e5 here on queen g4 maybe? Tricky position here for both sides. I guess e5 now, queen g4, queen f3 still looks fine for Levy. Knight d6, knight e4. Knight d6, knight e4 looks very dangerous here. The knight can reroute if Molina. Yeah, he finds it. Good move. Wow. Knight e4, king h2, still a game, or is it? Computer says it's losing. Oh, you have queen g4 and you can scoot to the corner with knight g8 in the corner. Will he find queen g4? If he finds queen g4, he doesn't. He plays that. Oh man, it's so hard to play for both sides here. But Levy's way down on the clock again. Yeah, he finds bishop g5. Good move. e4, queen f4, I guess. Knight h5, queen c8, knight c8, knight h5 here. Thank you to the Rage Cup for the 11, Rodskare for the 2, Dr. Jaybird as well. Thank you so much. Knight c8. There's queen d6, queen d6. Yeah, queen d6, trade the queens, and black should win. What was that? Wow. Such a... Wow. That's incredible. 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 As we say, just amazing. Yeah, I mean, like, why is Molina playing this line again? Oh, he prepared it. Okay. Okay, so you have to takes. Actually, I like knight d2 by Molina. It's a good move. g4 f3 here. No, it's not about 1 minute. It's that like Molina's panicking in critical moments, much like he has throughout this match. But I would also say Levy's getting too low on time. Someone a little bit more experienced would be able to punish Levy every game for this, but I feel like the nerves are playing a role for both players. I mean, F3 and G4. This actually looks pretty ugly for black. Yeah, this actually looks really ugly. These pawns are real on these ISO islands, and white has a huge center here. Really nice center. Everything's connected. Okay, I guess white can play rook f2, maybe king h1 here, maybe knight b3 as well. So this actually looks very good for white once again. The game keeps going, but looks good for looks very good for white. I'm eating some chowder. That's what I'm eating. What's the difference between chowder and soup? I don't actually know, honestly. I'm not completely sure. Okay, I think white can maybe take. There might be some g4 f4 f5s, but I think just queen c6 looks clean. This is no good. This is no good. This is no good. Looks very clean for white. Chowder is cream based versus soup, which is what, broth based. Okay, that makes sense. This just looks very, very good for white. Maybe queen g3. Okay, I don't love king h2, but it's still so good here with the center that after queen g3 and bishop f4, white should just be winning here. It's the white one, the white one. Okay, bishop c7 should be very good for white here. Bishop c7, just rook f2. Okay, he does the other order, still pretty good. Yeah, Levy's just gonna lose here. Bishop c7, and it's really, really bad for black. I guess just bishop e5 here. Knight d5 is a nice move by Levy. I bet Molina didn't see that, but it's still so. I mean, I guess you can take and play f6. If you can get bishop f7, goes for the he goes for the cheese with knight f6, hoping for knight h5. Knight c5. What? I guess rook c2 here. What is he doing here? I literally don't understand what Molina is doing. What is he thinking about? You just go rook c2. Okay, rook c2. I mean, this guy's got to win the game. Like, this is insane. And what is g4? Yeah, this is. I'm gonna honestly say I'm not sure that Molina's gonna win this game. Like he's like literally he's so overcautious. Like he's literally so afraid of like a blunder that it's like unbelievable. No, he's so afraid of blundering that like he literally won't win the game. He's just that afraid. Okay, c7 wins here, for example, but he's gonna panic about knight f3, and that's a terrible move too. Levy apparently had something. I don't know. The bar went up or down. Just c7. I mean, just rook d4 even, or Levy doesn't take the draw. That's hilarious. Levy should have taken the draw there. That was a big mistake by Levy. I think that was a threefold, wasn't it? Rook d7. What is he doing? This is unbelievably bad, but I mean, it's just, yeah, he's trying to get himself mated. Rook d1. Just push. Okay, now he gets queen b8, so now he's gonna win. But man, that was so bad. I think he's gonna win with, wait, how does he have 0.08? Okay, bishop c1, I guess. Very strange. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for that, but I mean, like I said, both players seem so on edge. Do they think they're playing differently? I mean, I feel like both of them are playing relatively okay in the opening stage, but after, this is also terrible for black. Look at this bishop on d7. Like, you get no c5, now you're just, I think you're actually just lost here, honestly. I mean, it's just insanely bad for black here. But yeah, what I would say is that I feel like both, like, even that game Molina played well, but then it's like at the end he's so afraid of making a blunder that he literally forgets to play the game. He was just forgetting and then making random moves for no reason. And I don't really know. I mean, I think it applies to both players. Both players, I feel like they're literally doing this. They're just so afraid of making blunders. Well, I mean, maybe Levy, it's not quite like that, but Levy's overthinking. He's just using way too much time. He had banner for the prime, Shaibovitz for the tier 1, Chupachu for the prime, Tom Karm with the prime. Thank you to Schmo with the 2 months. Thank you to Mango INGP for the 4, Sunny the Kitty for the 2 months. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if Levy is playing faster, Levy probably will win this match, because you're right. Like, Molina is just so on edge. He's just so nervous. You can feel like you can feel the tension. It's palpable. I guess bishop b7 here and rook c8. Maybe just develop and castle and develop and push f5, attack this way. Yeah, bishop d3 is a good. Oh, he wants knight b4. Creative move by Molina. Very creative move. I like bishop d8. Very, very creative. They need to go to the plate for the 21 months. Yeah, now knight b4 is a big problem, isn't it? Actually, knight b4 looks like a huge problem for white. This is very dangerous here. He was spanning one guy for the prime. Queen c3. There's also knight e5, I guess, and something. Let's see how much time Molina uses here. This is really critical. Because knight e5 I think is just winning, maybe. Takes, king f2. Bishop c7 maybe, or takes, I mean, or knight c5. I mean, it looks really bad at any rate. Oh, that's such a nice move by Molina. Knight c2 here with the oh, that's a beautiful move by Molina. I didn't even see that. It's the cleanest solution here in this position. Ouch. I think that's game over. Ouch. I guess knight e3 here. And there's bishop g5. There's queen. Yeah, this is just over. Maybe I think queen c3 is the clean one. Queen c3 is just clean. Because block bishop g5. I guess actually that's clean too. You keep the same trick alive. It's a nice little square. Just check. What's he? I mean, come on, dude. Seriously. Is this guy really this nervous that he can't find a basic move? Like, what is this? I mean, this is ridiculous. No, I mean, he plays a good game, and then like at the critical moment, he literally just panics and loses his mind and just can't find the win. It's insane. It's like truly insane. Every time I compliment, he blunders right on cue. No, but I mean, he has a minute and a half, you guys. It's not some position where there are 20 pieces on the board. There's a bishop and a queen. There's an obvious check. Like, this is not some position where it's like a tricky line. I mean, this is not tricky at all. I mean, you got if it's a tricky line, that's one thing, but it's not tricky. Bishop g5 was an easy move. I mean, it was an obvious move. Bishop g5 and queen c3 were obvious moves. It's not like something like, I don't know, like somewhere like back here, there's probably some trick for one of these early positions. There was a tricky order where it was good, but okay, now just e5, of course. Oh, knight d3 is the last chance for Levy to maybe. He should just go e5, just blast the center before white gets a knight to e5. And now just like that, I mean, king c3, it's losing, but you're getting an outpost. I mean, just go e5 at all costs. Just play e5 and break the bind. I mean, what's he thinking about? This is unbelievable. Queen f3 and h5 h4, I guess. I mean, this 95. Queen e1. I mean, if he sacks a queen here, I'm gonna like literally lose my mind. Queen e3 and queen d4. Check. You have to check the other way though. Oh, queen e4. He blundered. What? How is he not seeing these wins? This is unreal. Good lord. Check and check. I mean, queen e3. Finally he sees it. I mean, check and h3. Queen b4. Yeah, okay, now I mean, check. Literally, I don't know what to say. Literally no idea what to say. No, I mean, the reason to me that is because it's like it's actually it's not the reason that it's starting to really like annoy me is because it's not, these are not hard moves. These are not hard moves. If it's some deep complication of like a sequence of 5 moves, that's one thing, but it's just like it's an obvious move. Like in this previous game, let me pull it up. Like this game, for example, not this one, but this one. Like in this position, the moves that you consider are check and queen c3. Those are the 2 moves that you just check. So it's fine that you take, but again, this is not a hard move to find. I mean, it's an obvious check. Again, you see 2 checks, 1 and 2. It's not hard, especially with like 2 minutes on the clock. This is not like this is a time scramble. It's one thing, but 2 minutes on the clock and he doesn't see bishop g5. And then even here, this is still fine. Credits to Levy for keeping this going, because at this point it's lost. But like even here, at all costs, you just play e5. It doesn't matter. The only way white can have chances if you can get a knight to e5 somehow. So if you just break the center, any move, even here, e5, again, 2 options, 3 opportunities to play e5, still doesn't do it. And now actually Levy had a chance to go knight d3 and it's lost, but white gets a knight to e5 with a pawn on f6. And again, takes, again, just go e5 at all costs. Just open it up so there's no outputs. That's literally the only thing for the last like 20 moves that really existed for black. And then he doesn't do it, and then somehow around here again, just he could have even gone e5 or f6 e5, but literally one idea: knight e5, rook b7, rook d7. And like here you just go queen f3, rook b7, just h5, keep the pin alive so that white can never create the checkmating pattern on d7. So very weird game, very strange. How can he find harder moves and not be able to convert the winning position so easily? Because I think he's panicking. It's like he's just panicking because he's probably never been in this situation before. So I think it's just pure panic, just like getting too nervous and worried, and just like that's the only explanation, because he had so much time on the clock. Thank you to Shalky for the prime. Thank you to Koi Pawn for the 4. Wicked Slick for the 2. Thank you so much. The match is still going. Yeah, they're on a break right now, I think, right? It's yeah, it's 2-1 Molina at the moment in this portion. I look like a Chad in the TSM tweet. I did not see the TSM tweet actually. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it now. What is this? Oh wait, wrong. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, this is a good one. TSM, our boy's looking fresh. There's a picture of Myth. Okay. And there's a picture of me. Not bad either. Yeah, pretty good picture. Yeah, Myth with samurai feet. What do you mean samurai feet? Oh, with the sandals, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, true. Like it? Okay, fine, I'll like it. Yeah, there. Those socks and sandals, though, that's a good one. Those socks and sandals. Okay, good one. All right, so I think they should be starting pretty soon with the final portion of 3+1. I think CF Chaotic for the 4. Bido is cool for the 2. Dan FSD for the prime, and Zio Sam with the prime. Thank you so much. I didn't analyze the position. Sorry, you guys. Apologies. Am I a chess player? No, I'm not a chess player, you guys. I'm a streamer. Counting down the last minute resumption. Yeah. All right, you guys. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna be starting the next game. Did I miss something? Don't with your tapioca. That was just some clam chowder. That's all that was. But yeah. Thank you, Kirk, a DJ, for the 4 months. Ilse as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you to Ilse. Oh, they're starting again. Or wait, that's not the one I meant to close, but let me start the clock anyway. Okay, Levy's playing the same line. Let's see what happens here. Levy's FIDE rating is too low based on skill level. Very hard to judge. Very hard to judge because I think Levy's openings probably in classical chess would not hold up as they currently stand. Like a lot of these openings he's playing with black probably would not hold up. His white openings seem pretty good, but I don't think his black openings would hold up in classical chess the way they do in the way that they do in Blitz. So it's like yes and no. I would say based on skill level he should be higher, but his openings are not solid enough for him to have like a 24 to 2450 rating at the moment. So it's kind of it's a catch-22 is what I would say. It's like on one hand, yes, I mean, although actually I don't like what Roberto's doing here. Okay, that's fine, I guess. E5 though. But yeah, it's like Levy's talent level is higher than 2350 for sure, but his openings are really bad, and that definitely is what I think holds him back, and why I would say that he shouldn't be 2450. Isn't that the case for Danny Wrench? To some degree, yes, but Danny has really like cutting edge stuff. My opinion on XQC quitting chess, someone said that before. He's just not playing it right now, right? I mean, that's all it is. He just hasn't played on stream for a while, so it's all good. But yeah, you guys are making jokes. A couple of people said that already, but that's just a joke, right? Yeah, he didn't quit. He probably just hasn't played. Yeah, his last game was 2 days ago and he's quitting. I mean, come on, you guys. Good debate. I swear after PogChamps won, I feel like XQC didn't play for like a month. And then he came back to it. Like he'll come back to it. It's just yeah, everyone takes a break. Sardosh, I saw him playing chess the other day. But yeah, I mean he'll probably take like a month off or 2 months off. I wouldn't be shocked at all. Sardosh is definitely addicted. Yeah, Sardosh has been improving. Okay, pretty balanced so far. I mean, guess slightly better for white because of the bishop for the knight, but pretty balanced. I think a Legend of Speed for the 8 months. Sardosh going for 2K. We'll see. I think 2K is difficult, but not impossible if he keeps taking lessons. Thank you, Zam FIFA, for the 4 months as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Zam FIFA. Thank you. Am I nervous for the Magnus Invitational? Not really. Can anyone reach 2K? Online, as 2K is probably about 1600 roughly if you compare it to over the board. I think it's possible, especially if he keeps working with Kevin. I think it's definitely possible is what I would say. And he seems to have that hard work, and he can get the guidance from Kevin. So I think so. What is knight c? Whoa, wait a second. What's going on? So takes knight e2. Queen c4. Knight f3, king f1, queen f5. This looks winning for white somehow. Maybe just here, check, king here. Yeah, check, king here, queen here, rook here, and I think you're losing. Yeah, king f1, queen f5, rook here, or rook g4. Both look very strong. I think they're both, actually no, I think rook d5 is just winning here. Thank you, Gripix, for the 10 months. Thank you so much to Gripix. Appreciate it. Thank you. Would I ever train my own prodigy? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not really sure. What was rook h4? Knight g5. Oh, I guess the idea is takes rook g4. Oh, there's a dirty trick. He wants this, but on knight g5 there's bishop g3 with the fossil in between, I think. Yeah, knight g5, there's a dirty fossil you have to take, and the more time he thinks, the more likely it is that Levy will see bishop g3 too. Yeah, I think Levy will see it. The longer that Roberto thinks here and doesn't just take, like if Roberto took instantly, I'm not sure that Levy would see it, but Roberto didn't just take instantly, so now Levy's gonna see it. Yeah, I mean, now Levy will definitely see it. He should have done it right away, because now Levy will see it, since Levy had 20 seconds to worry about the capture. Levy had 20 seconds to think there, so he's going to find bishop g3. If he had done it in 1 second, Levy might not find it. Now Levy will definitely find it. That's unbelievable that Roberto played rook h4, not rook d5. Yeah, of course Levy's going to find it. Yeah, because see, if Roberto does it instantly, Levy might miss it, but when he does it instantly, when he doesn't do it instantly, Levy has 10 seconds to think about the obvious capture and what are the moves. So I'm not surprised. It would have been much more interesting if Roberto had taken right away. But both players, I mean, again, inexplicable. What the? Rook d1? What? Just when Roberto really, I thought, was about to pull away a little bit, create some breathing room, he immediately throws, and he throws hard too. Hey, Lawrence Olivier for the 8 months. But why is Levy thinking just take the, I mean, just take the pawn? But then, oh no, now king e2, and now Levy's winning, but it's gonna get tricky now if he doesn't see b5. He doesn't. Now bishop, oh, now mate. Oh yeah, so bad by both players. Yeah, that, I mean, what else to say? I don't know why Levy's playing queen a4 though, because Levy's very much in the match. He should not, this is the wrong moment to start playing meme openings. Definitely the wrong moment. I mean, for this level, it's really weird. If this was even FMs on some degree, I could understand it, but these guys are IMs. They've played GMs. Like, they've played GMs before. They're not new to the situation, so it's very, very weird to me. I mean, I also feel like every time, again, Molina, when he gets low on time, he doesn't have the instincts. And I've noticed that before, like with the instincts, he's playing a lot worse than he did in the scrambles against Lars Hogg, who I think actually Lars is probably closer to Levy in terms of the style they play. So I think Roberto, like just watching Roberto's match against Lars versus this, Roberto was on point in Bullet in that match. But well, it's not even that, you guys. I don't feel the quality of the moves are difficult. That's what it is. It's not specifically that they're missing tactics that are hard. I feel like they're very easy moves. Okay, knight d7 was a bad move. Queen c2, and now white's, well, I guess queen e5 maybe. The reason is that basically I think for whatever reason Roberto is way too nervous. He's just way too nervous and he's panicking. Without a doubt, he's just way too nervous for whatever reason. His nerves are, he can't control his nerves. What's the idea? Takes, is there, wait, what was wrong with pawn takes pawn there? Wait, what was wrong with pawn takes pawn? Was there some tactic that I'm missing? I must be missing some tactic. guess you take. He looks stressed out of his mind. Yeah, I mean, basically Roberto is way too nervous. You just move the queen and castle. I think it's okay. Queen c7, bishop e7. I don't like bishop e6 at all. B4 b5 looks stronger. Knight d4 rook e1, completely the wrong idea by Molina here. And now Levy, I think, is starting to really turn it around. Levy is a streamer on YouTube. He's less, but Roberto streams too. But yeah, probably for Roberto, he's not used to this. He's probably not used to being in a situation where he can win a whole event either. But yeah, Levy is crushing it. As you see, the bar has started going insane again. Yeah, just knight d4. This is beautiful. Knight d4, beautiful. Maybe c5. I mean, this looks awful though. I mean, I get nervous, but I feel like the thing is, like, it's one thing to miss like complicated tactics or one thing, but these are not complicated tactics that both players are missing. But yeah, I mean, both players are basically, it feels like they're missing easy moves. These are not difficult moves that they're missing. Now f4 is f5, just like. But see, like, I'll give you an example. Computer says rook e1 is best, and Levy finds it, but it's not an obvious line. Like, it's very good, but it's not an instant move that you find. Like, you have to use some time. Nerves can play a role, but it's not like a bishop g5 check is an obvious move. That's the difference. Guess what's their bishop h3, knight e7 probably. I mean, knight d5 looks very spicy. Queen d7 should still be winning. Maybe bishop h3, hit the pawn. Should be winning, but it actually doesn't look trivial. Who's gonna play against Magnus in the match? Who knows? They had Novana J for the 3, a Mob Zombie for the 16, Bernie Diaz with the prime, Moon Escape for the prime, and Yaha the Man for the prime. Thanks so much. Now rook c6, and Levy wants to take king f7. Of course, Roberto, being somebody who doesn't like to play with pieces on the board, might take with the queen, but he takes with the rook here, which is actually the best move. Rook e6, king f7, bishop e7. Maybe you can take and jump, actually. Oh, you can maybe take and jump. Is there a jumpy jump? Got to be careful here. Your king is very open because you push all these pawns, and you have no light square protection. Actually, if here there's queen c4 and check too, this is not clean at all anymore. Am I happy that Grandelius qualified? I mean, I wouldn't say I'm happy or unhappy. I mean, it's great for him that he qualified, but it has no, like, I mean, it's not like why would I be happy or unhappy exactly? Yeah, now queen c4, you take the pawn and you have queen d4. Yeah, just take the juicer. I'm sure Roberto will see it if he controls his nerves here. Can he control his nerves enough to take the pawn is the question, or is he going to panic and be like, oh no, there's some magic check, and again panics. But now queen c4 is forced. Yeah, now you have to take. You have to take, dude. You just have to take. There's no tactic. Yeah, okay, he takes it. Thank you, Adam Griffney, for the 3 months. Thank you so much. Yeah, queen d3, I think, or rook e8. Both moves are good. But see, like, here, this is a spot where queen d3 is the best move, but it's not an obvious move. It's tricky. There are complications. I think you will see it now. Okay, but that's not a bad move either. And now queen d3. Yeah, now he sees it. I think just start pushing. D5, D4. Yeah, D5, D4. Maybe you go back. D5 looks fine. He's got to just play D5 and not panic. D5. Yeah, now I think D4. Yeah, just queen D5. Maybe just takes and knight E4. Okay, Levy's gonna lose this one. Yeah. Yeah, queen h1. Yeah, crazy game. Wow, crazy game. Oh, that's why you asked. So it's nice to see new people. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for Niels that he qualified. I mean, it has no bearing on like whether I mean on my event per se. Like, you know, it's but it is nice to see, because I feel like Niels is another guy, a journeyman, like 2670, 2680, really strong player, been working really hard to improve, but again, doesn't get a lot of invites to top tournaments. So, I mean, I am happy for him. I mean, if Levy loses this game, it's 2. This is like watching PogChamps. Not exactly. I mean, I in Bullet, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna assume that if I'm correct with the way the games have gone, and that Roberto is super nervous. If you're very nervous, then Bullet is going to be a big problem. But if you're super nervous, you're going to panic a lot more in Bullet, and you're not going to be able to keep it together. So I would think that right now, based on what I've seen, I mean, Levy should be the favorite in Bullet. So I feel like he's kept his nerves together in a way that I don't feel like Roberto has. I don't like G4 at all. Very bold. Very what was G4? Was G4 a slip? I mean, what was G4? I mean, this is too much. Yeah, I mean, this is just too much. I mean, I guess he's going all in here. He's going suicide mode. Just like castle the queenside and get smashed on the queenside. Maybe queen c2. You don't want to take. That's disastrous. This knight is really good on f4. But you have to be wary of this too. Knight b3 is not a move. Yeah, I mean, Levy should win this game. Although maybe Molina can swing his king to g2 and there's protection with the pawns in front, so maybe it's not so bad. I would actually just reroute the knight to e5 here. I would go king f1, king g2 and try to salvage this basically. If Levy sees knight d7, I think he's probably going to win this game. Doesn't see it yet. Okay, so now maybe c6. Yeah, now Levy sees knight d7, important. So probably bishop g4 is a nice move. Tricky move too, because Levy put the rook on c8, so now he can't move knight e5. I would take here. I would definitely take and go like f3. Yeah, f3, create the chain. And black's better, but now it's playable for white. I think white should probably just take. I don't know. We'll see what he does. Wow, knight a2 is a great move to go knight before c6. Knight b4. Uh-oh, Levy missed. What? I thought that was an obvious move, but okay. Knight. Okay, now knight b4 now? He'll see it now, right? Surely he'll see knight b4. Oh my gosh, what is this? Yeah, knight b4 again. Now he sees it. Okay. But the problem is now Levy's a little bit slow with this rook lift, because the knight gets in and white can probably go rook d2 g2 here. I think knight c6 has to be right. You got to get the knight in. And now I don't know, like rook g1 maybe, king h3 and rook g4. I don't know, but I guess I like that because he wants to move the king and laterally, but he also holds against this. Capture the rook is going to do double duty. You have to go king f1 and rook g2 here without a doubt. Rook g2 obviously. Wait, what? I have no words. You have a golden knight on c6, a golden outposted knight, and you trade it for a bishop that is actually pretty bad on e5. I have no words. I have no words. I have no words. I literally have no words. I'm so confused by this whole thing. I guess you can check. Maybe rook g1. Actually, rook g1's not bad. Rook g1 to try and checkmate. Okay, rook d2. Ooh, you can't. Oh, and here you have check. Guess queen d4. There's a queen b1 threat here. Okay, rook g1 now. I would play rook g1, just trade. Okay, queen e4, not a bad move. Okay, yeah, now you probably just trade and play the end game. It's got to be a draw with correct play. It's got to be a draw. Just trade and play rook g. I mean, it has to be a draw. Rook g1. Yeah, this has to be a draw. Yeah, rook g6, and this will be a draw. Or will it? No, you have rook f5. Yeah, no takes is here. Got to be careful now. King f2. d3. Okay. Yeah, now he messed it up. Now it's probably winning for Levy. Now it's probably winning. This is hilarious. Okay, here takes. Wait, what? Now h5? Wait, why did Levy do this? Now rook g1. King e2. No, Levy just misplayed this because now the white rook gets in. Rook c1. In fact, even rook d1 might have been a draw in the end game. This should be a draw with correct play. I hate b4. You take and go rook c4. Rook c4. Yeah. Rook b4. Yeah, this is going to be a draw now. I expect king f2, king g1. Check. King e4. b5. King c4. b6. Oh, Levy blundered. He's gonna lose. There's rook g8 check at the end. b7. He blundered rook g8. Oh wow. Check and queen b5. You check queen b4 and queen e4. Yeah, come on, dude. I mean, come on, this is not hard. Queen f8. Just take the pawn. I would just take the pawn here. What's he doing? Just take the pawn. King d5, king e6. Okay, now Levy loses. King f7 and g6. Yeah. Wow. I mean, wow. Crazy game. Yeah, I don't even know what to make about that one, what to say about that one, but that was okay. Levy's down 2, but it's not outside of reason that he can come back. I mean, it's unlikely. Well, maybe unlikely is too strong. It's only 2 games, so I mean, anything can happen in 25 minutes, but that's definitely not the ending that Levy wanted, to put it mildly. He's got the bullet segment, maybe. I mean, yeah, he was down 3 against Shahadi, but the thing is, Greg was 2,400 at bullet, whereas Roberto is, I believe, 2,800. Thank you to LeBrun the Snake for the Prime, Juke A for the Prime, VedX for the tier 1. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Thank you, VedX. Look at Roblox right now. I'm gonna take a break in a second. Roblox is $70, right? 69.50. Not quite 69. Yeah, 69.50. Nice. All right, guys, gonna take a short break. I will be right back. All right, so this means that Molina is up by what? He's up by 2 games. It's 5.5, or no, it's 7.5, 5.5 as they head into the bullet portion of 15 minutes. I have Ace Ventura vibes with a shirt. Good one, thank you. All right, so we keep going along. I said we keep going along. That doesn't sound right at all, but anyway, yeah, keep going along and we'll see what happens in this final portion. I think Levy is the favorite, but I felt like Roberto got better towards the end. Like I felt towards the end of the 3-minute, felt like he was just, even if he wasn't finding the best moves, he was moving quicker and sort of trusting himself in a way that he wasn't earlier. So I think that bodes well for him. But I think that Levy has chances. He has good chances. 2 is definitely not insurmountable. That's for sure. Yeah, Levy was up 1 pawn, but he tried too hard to win. I don't really fault Levy in that game. I think that game is kind of up and down. If ever you change your headphones, I'm out. Okay, good one. Good one. But it's gonna be fun. We'll see. But I mean, I feel like the match has been pretty balanced so far. Pretty fair match so far. Yeah, Levy came back down for the other day. Although it wasn't quite the same matchup. He was already a fave in the bullet last time. No, in this match he's a favorite, but I don't think he's a big favorite. He's a favorite, but it's like 2,800 versus 2,400. The 400-point gap is much bigger than like a 2,900 versus like 2,750. Like Levy is probably the favorite, although honestly I don't know what let me check and see what his rating is. Let's see. Roberto JBM, his rating. Let me click on his profile. Let's see. What is his rating? He is at bullet, he's 2801. So currently he's 2801. So I think he and Levy are on equal footing rating wise. Levy's come off, but Levy did get as high as like 2,900 playing traditional bullet. I will stress that. The Levy's peak rating over 3,000 was not in 110. It was in 32nd. So I don't really count that in a way, but nonetheless, Levy has had a higher bullet rating relative to Roberto, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot. Thank you to Iron 5 Knifer for the prime. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Thank you. Is this a top IM chess event? Yeah, it is. Yeah. If they end the segment tied, I think they have sudden death with like, I think they play 4 games, and if it's still tied, there's Armageddon. But I think they play 4 games of bullet, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 4 games of 1+1 bullet. The winner gets prize money. Yeah. I mean, I think Molina's, I don't know, I feel like he's got to be the favorite based on the way the 3-1 ended, but Levy has come back twice after being behind in bullets, so you can't really count him out at any rate. Okay, Levy's gonna play the same Queen A4, so I don't know why he's doing this. This feels like Levy's a little bit tilted. I mean, I don't really like it. Yeah, I really don't like this opening from Levy. It's too memey, and your queen can get trapped on the edge if you're not careful. Like knight f6 and castles. The idea behind Queen A4 is to stop d5, but again, Levy is very much in this match, so I really don't like him playing this here. Okay, I mean, again, knight g4, I mean, this looks awful. White has nothing going, and this queen is really awkward here. It looks really misplaced. Maybe you go c5 and try to swing, but I mean, this looks so bad for Levy. Yeah, he goes g3. I mean, I'm so worried about something like a6 and b5 or bishop d7 and b5. Okay, he goes knight g4. So obviously you go bishop g2, I assume. Yeah. Now bishop e6, I assume. Although now this is already turning because the queen's going to get in now. This is not so bad anymore. So king h8. Knight d7, of course, develop the knight. Okay, bishop e6. This feels easier to play for black, actually. I don't know. a4, a3. But Molina's got to move too. I mean, he can't think forever. I would definitely go a3 here. Go a3, b3, and then you always have there are problems on the dark square. It's definitely a3 here. But he's thinking for a long time here. Okay, e4 as expected. Black's problem is no development here. This looks scary. Queen h5 is lurking. Queen h5 is a huge threat here. Huge threat here. I think Levy's going to probably win this position now, because it feels like it's easier for white to play. Although he goes h4, probably a good move. If you're attacking in bullet, it's always better, even if the objective evaluation is not so clear. I guess just g5, maybe bishop f5, but you got to move fast here. Just takes or bishop. I think you have to take g3, snap it, and try to get bishop f5 in, but it's very hard to play with no time. But see, this is what I'm saying. Molina's now starting to find these moves like that he wasn't seeing earlier, like bishop f5 now, obviously. Yeah, you got to go bishop f5, only move. Okay, bishop f5, of course. Rook e8. This is really good for black. Rook e8, of course. It feels like Levy's kind of starting to a3 is a3. This is why I would have played a3 before. He's got to move. Knight f4. You can't move the knight because you get mated. You have to go rook e1, knight f6. Knight f6. King f7. Oh, and Levy blunder rook e4. What? Knight f4. Queen h7. Check. How? Yeah, okay. I mean, if this is gonna if that's a microcosm of bullet, Levy's gonna win the match. Because I mean, I literally don't know how that happens. I mean, Molina should have won that game multiple times. But now we're back to what I said earlier. What I said earlier is that, again, Molina in the time scrambles with minimal time, like 3 seconds or less, he's lost every single one of them. So basically, if Molina does not win these scrambles, he's going to lose in the bullet. There's no doubt. I don't really like this format. It basically makes a match a bullet match. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. I don't... What is knight f3? e5. Knight d2, knight c4. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I think. Okay, you have to take to avoid this. Oh, maybe back. I would keep the bishop probably. Okay, he's gonna take. Maybe rook c1. I guess you have to take and go d5. Yeah, you have to go d5, of course. Rook c1. I guess you... Okay, I don't know if I love a4, but it's a good move, actually. There's bishop a3. Knight e4. This can't be right. Wait. There's something here. Wait. Wasn't there a way to win something there? It felt like there should have been... Oh, he blunders bishop a3. Takes. Knight c3. You got to get rid of the bishop. Knight c3. Bring the knight back in. Maybe just bishop a6. Okay, f4 knight e... I mean, you have to go f4 here, I think, if you're Levy. Is there a threat? There's still no threat, is there? Like 92? This is where Molina's up a lot of time. He's got to be smart here. 94, of course you have to take. Take on f4 and go queen e3. Yeah, rook e4 and bishop c4. Rook e4 and bishop c4 is winning. You just... Bishop a6. Bishop c4. I mean, this... Inexplicable. Inexplicable. Yeah, inexplicable. Yeah, inexplicable, really. Literally inexplicable. Just a quick throw. Yeah, just a quick throw. Totally. I mean, basically it's hanging by a thread. Okay, Levy plays the same opening again. Not a good decision, but I think at this point Levy's burned out. He doesn't have I think at this point Levy's just burned out. He's just playing complete random stuff. He's played this again the third game in a row when he should not be doing it. One of these times it's gonna, and the burned out, I mean, he's just, I think he's burned out this match. He has nothing left in the tank in terms of openings is what I mean. He should have lost last game. I'm saying I would never play like this in a match with everything on the line. When you're behind, playing random nonsense like c4 queen a4, you just cannot do it. And I mean, after takes fg4, I mean, just fg4, you're just, yeah, you're just getting smoked here. Knight g4. Just, I mean, this f2 pawn. Yeah, I mean, I think knight f2 is just winning. Knight f2 with bishop h4. Bishop h4 right away is also just good. I think I would just take with knight h3, bishop h4, bishop g5. Don't like that move though. Although maybe rook g4, you have rook f2. He's got to play rook g4 though. Every other move is bad. Oof, knight f2. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely lost for white. The only thing is Levy might be able to snap something on the you got to take with a rook. This is unbelievable. He's trying to trick him, but d5. Okay, Levy's down on time, but I think Levy has chances again. He's got to check. Just trade it down. I mean, thinking too long here. I would just move the king, or I would move the king. Oh, knight a6 is good too with knight b4. Knight a6 is a great move by Roberto. King h8, and now there's knight b4. Knight b4 and b5. b5. That's also good. b5. Queen's trapped. Queen is trapped. Oh man. Queen g4. Queen takes queen. Yeah. I think Levy just sacked his queen just to hope for a blunder there at the end. There was nothing he could really do. Okay, so he's going to castle queenside. Objectively should be good for black with this pawn phalanx, but white's going to get rook c1 and rook d1. Like rook c1, of course, and knight e4. Maybe just queen c2 even. I kind of like queen c2. It goes there. This is a free pawn, I think. Is he going to take it? He should take it. He does take it. Okay, good. I mean, if Levy loses this game, I think he's probably going to lose the match. So it's really critical he doesn't fall behind by 3. If he falls behind by 3, I don't think he can come back with only this amount of time left. Yeah, but now he blunders knight b5. Now it's a game. Rook c5. You just take and go rook c1. You can maybe go rook b5. Oh, rook b5 is a move because you have a back rank mate. Will Roberto find rook b5? Because it's very scary with queen g1 here. I mean, I would just take and go rook c1. Honestly, yeah, I would just be safe here. Yeah, just be safe. Take with the rook, go rook c1, and just try to chill. What's that? Bishop takes and rook c1. Bishop takes and rook c1. Wait, bishop takes and rook c1. Wait a second. Rook c4, rook c1. Rook c1, h4, bishop. Oh wait, h4. You hang the pawn. You can't push. Roberto's playing well. I'm noticing he's playing a lot better now he was playing earlier, like just a3. I would just go a3 and get the king to safety personally. Okay, but now the queen guards the rook, I guess. So what? a3. Yeah, now like queen g5 and rook d1 all look good. Queen g5. Or I guess there's nothing. Now not queen d5. Yeah, queen d5. Yeah, I think this is it. Levy has to, this is probably it for Levy. Rook d1. Although he took with the rook, I think he's supposed to take with a pawn, not that. Wait, what's going on? You got to move, Roberto. Wow. Okay. h4. Bishop e3, I guess. You have to go bishop e3. h4 takes h3. Okay, d1. b6. Rook h1, of course. b6. a5. a6 is what he's going for. a6. Now you just take, though, and you take h2. Rook h7's winning here with mate. e5. d3. King c3. Rook f6 and rook d6. Rook d6. a7. Still wait, now I just blundered. Wait, a7. Oh, a7. a7. Rook g4. It's a draw. I don't believe this is a draw, but actually Roberto's gonna burn a ton of time on the clock here. Rook g king f2. King g2. Wait, what was that? He missed a, oh, he could have traded rooks. King g5. No, Levy's gonna lose now. Oh, and this is literally the worst kind of loss you can have to your Levy, because it's a game that's gonna go on. Oh, Levy should just resign here. He should just resign to save time, because he should just resign, insta resign here. He should just resign, because this is a loss. Just resign and save like a, he should have saved a minute here and just resigned it instantly. Yeah, now yeah, I mean he should have saved a minute. Now you check, I mean it's just king e8. Yeah, he should have resigned this because he just burned a minute of time when he was already lost. He should have just resigned instantly. Wow. All right, well now it's must win for sure for Levy. Now that he's down by 3, I mean he has to win this game, or else I mean it's mathematically over. I saw 11:59 on my timer when he started thinking. I saw like 11:05. It's just c4. Maybe just bishop e7 and castles here. Bishop c7, of course. Very, very slow, very grindy position. I don't like this position for white, even if white is better. Very hard to play. Very minimal breaks in the center of the board. And now bishop f3, and now Levy just blundered. I think this is going to be it for Levy. Yeah, this is going to be it for Levy. I think this is ball game here pretty much. dc3. And the problem is the position where you don't have simple play. So this is going to be another game that's going to drag on for another like 3 minutes. Yeah, I mean, but Levy can't resign because 4 is too much mathematically, so you have to play and pray. You basically play this out and pray that Molina blunders here. That's what you have to do. You have to pray that Molina blunders, and he does blunder a pawn right on cue. So now it's back to being a game again. Yeah, I guess you go like rook c1. Okay, bishop d3 is a good move. Rook c7. That being said, though, time is burning. Time is burning. And the knight on a4 is actually really bad here. You've got no jumps. All squares are covered. Maybe rook c8. Last time's running out too soon. Well, I didn't realize how big of a gap there was in the ratings between Levy and Greg. But yeah, it's a game. It's definitely a game here. But I would play knight d5 here for sure. Why evaluate like a minus 0.5 as lost? The reason I was evaluating it as being lost is because there were no weakness in the position. The game had to go for like 3 minutes, but Roberto promptly blundered. Like right here, it's not about that it's like minus 0.5 or minus 0.9. It's about the fact that there's nothing that's weak in black's position, so there are no tactics, so the game has to go forever. But anyway, we keep going. Let's see. That's what it is. It's not the fact the position's lost. It's the fact that he's also going to have to use 2 minutes to potentially try to draw the game. But that being said, this does look really unfortunate for Levy. Rook c2. And Molina, by the way, also is playing a lot better now that they're in bullet. He's playing much better. Yeah, rook a2 looks good here. Hits the pawn at a6. And you can trade, and now you can make the game go on forever. This is the problem. See, this is what I'm saying, because now rook b2, and it's going to be 3 games. Yeah, now you just wait. If you're black, you just wait. You just wait. And this is painful because another minute comes off the clock, and this is a theoretical draw. Yeah, time is the big enemy here. Yeah, it just takes and go away. Yeah, rook a1. Yeah, this is the problem for Levy. Maybe a minute won't come off, but at least 30 seconds are coming off. If Roberto's smart, he can also burn a lot of time. I think he should just burn time. Yeah. Rook a5. Hold it from the side. Rook a5. Or rook a6. Both are fine. Yes, just f6 and rook c5. Yeah, see, like, look at how much time he burned. A minute off the clock here. Yeah, rook g1, rook g5. And now, again, it's going to be a draw, but Levy's going to have to burn a ton of time here. This is rough, yeah, because he's now the thing is Roberto tries to win. He brings a king in and he tries to win. And now Levy's still drawing the game. But it's like, oh, this is so brutal. Levy can't resign because -4 you lose the match. That's the problem. Like king, that's the problem. So it's like Levy now he's just going to tickle him with king e4. So he's just going to tickle him all over the board basically with random moves. And then oh man, this is match. King f3. You have to go rook h4. Run the king back. This is still a draw, by the way, with correct play, but I don't think it's going to be a draw. Yeah, I mean, look at the amount of time that's burned off. This is burned like 2 minutes. Yeah, like rook e8. Yeah. Check. Check. This is so brutal. So brutal. Levy should have also pre-moved rook a2. Check and then make the pre-move rook a2. King f2. Yeah, I mean, look at how much time has come off. Yeah, I mean, hey, Shrama for the gift of sub, Hoofharder for the prime, Bake for the prime, hey, Big Ounce for the prime, Gingineer for the tier 1, Carrick for the 21, Afrosian for the 3. I would pre-move rook g8, yeah, king f4. But look at this, so much time. So much time just came off the clock there. King g2, just so much. King g3. Yeah, it takes and it's a draw. But see, he just burns off the whole thing. 5 minutes. So rough. No, Levy I think would have done that too. It's the final match. You should totally do this. Yeah, look at how much time he just ate up the whole thing. It's over. It's just a classic time burn. Yeah, it's just a time burn. Yeah. Yeah, huge time burn there. And I think that's all she wrote. That's probably the end of the match. Yeah, they keep playing until the time runs out. Yeah, I mean 3.5 minutes. That was like 3.5. That he burned 3 minutes, and yeah, rough. Because now Levy could maybe win 2 games if he wins fast, but there's just nothing to be done. And Roberto also plays a really like he hams it up here by trading queens in the opening, and now Levy can't win the game fast either. So now it's a dry long end game, and Roberto can just run the clock down here. Yeah, it's another 40 move dance here. Brutal. No, I mean this is probably the last game if I had to guess. I'm proud of Levy. I think he's played well. I mean, I think in this match there were certain things that he didn't do very well. I thought his match against Greg was better. If I'm being honest, I thought he played a much better match against Greg than he played today against Roberto. In terms of just pure objectivity. But that being said, Roberto was, I think, the better player. I will say that Roberto was the better player overall. So I think he's a deserved winner. Wait, somehow I just blundered. What just happened? Oh, he just sacked. Okay. That being said, I could also argue that Roberto, I was very critical at various times about his play. Roberto also could have won this match. Like, this could have been really nasty if Roberto didn't have the nerves that he was feeling for much of the 5-1 and 3-1. So it could have been pretty nasty too. So it's really hard to judge. I mean, yeah. So it's kind of weird. It could be, I mean, there are many things that could be said. But I will say, I think Molina, yeah, I mean, again, the better player won the match. And I would say at the end of the day, no matter who's playing, when I feel like the player who's played better in the match, I really will always, I mean, I feel like that's always kind of the justice. And objectively, I mean, Molina was the better player. I mean, that's, you know, we all want to see Levy do well, but I mean, Molina was the better player. That's just the reality. I think Levy's big mistake, there were two mistakes he made. When he started burning out in the bullet, he played this queen c4 queen a4 nonsense, which he should not have played at all. That was, I think, the first big mistake that he made. I would say the other mistakes that he made was just like, I don't know, I think all his mistakes were opening based. I think he has to play better openings. It's really just that simple. Thank you to Stuff Trinity for the 7 months. Thank you to Gareth at GOEC for the Prime. Thank you to Asuranali for the Prime. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Ugh. B6 is coming. Yeah, it's just winning. Yeah, I mean, I think Levy, when he started, you know, it's like I've made this mistake too now a few times, where when I'm playing in some random tournament, I start playing the beef eater, and it's a terrible opening. I've actually lost some games with it. It's like there comes a point when you have to like not play the memes. You have to just like you have to do everything you can to avoid it and resist doing it. And Levy was not able to do that. And it was when the match was really close. Like, it was really close. It was like +1 +2 for Roberto, and then he played c4. Do I think Greg would have done better against Molina? I don't know, actually. It's hard for me to judge. Also, this is over, but I guess it might be a draw now. Rook b1, Rook a1, Rook b1, Rook a1, Bishop a3, Rook b1, Rook b1. Oh well, okay, now knight f6. Yeah, that's the end of the game and the end of the match, although it was already pretty much over. How long till Molina is a GM? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough loss, but in a sense. But I mean, like I said, I mean, Molina was the better player. Like, Levy's openings were just not, they were not up to snuff. I'm just saying they were not up to snuff. It's just that simple. His black openings in particular were not great. Now, mind you, I felt like Roberto again made many mistakes, but Levy got great positions with white. It felt like throughout the 5-1. It was like in the 3-1, it seemed like it turned where Levy did not get good positions. I'll watch the interview, sure. But I think the 3+1 Levy did not. 3+1 for what did Levy start doing differently, or was it Roberto who changed? Because Roberto was getting absolutely smoked in every Caro Con in the 5-1. Was it Levy who changed in 3+1? Yeah, there are a lot of people watching, you guys. It's a big event. And this is again the point. Like, there are a lot of people who love chess, and it's not just about top level tournaments. But I think, yeah, I think Levy, he needs to play his open, he needs to refine his openings, because I think if you combine Roberto's nerves with Levy playing more solid kind of openings, he would have avoided the time pressure issues to some extent and had much better chance. I still think Roberto probably wins this match, but I think would have been a lot closer. So with that, that's the end of the match.